Hey guys, so I wanted to start a kind of skin diaries because I'm trying to do a low glycemic diet to help my skin and hopefully try to balance my hormones and get clearer skin through just my diet and natural means alone, like without any medications or pharmaceuticals. So wish me luck because I really am hoping that I can achieve the clear skin of my dreams. And so yeah, so in this video I'll probably kind of give updates about how my skin is looking. And this is like honestly pretty good. It's not as clear as it was when I was on Diane 35, but it's not like severe cysts are popping up. I just have kind of like sebum plugs and closed comedones. And I do think that the low glycemic diet has been helping. It's just kind of tough. And last night I had a crepe. So that's definitely not low glycemic. I cheated last night. But yeah. But so far, I'm not seeing any cysts pop up yet. And I don't really know, like, what's the timeline of when you consume a food and then a cyst pops up. So I don't really know, but I did have like a little bit of a tiny pimple last night, but I feel like it's already shrunk away already, so that's really good. Today, all I had was like Brussels sprouts, meat, and stuff like that. So I'm trying to just eat whole foods. Hopefully my skin can get better and better. I'm also taking supplements like D3, omega-3, and saw palmetto and stinging nettle, like a lot of different supplements, because I want to kind of do as much as I can. And I also did blue light therapy, which is why you can kind of see the goggles indenting on my skin here. It's because I just did some blue light therapy. Anyway, I just wanted to keep it transparent and show you my skin's not perfect, but I'm really hoping that I can fix my health and share that journey with you. So it's pretty good, I think. I mean, whenever I wake up, it's usually kind of good because I just had a full night's sleep, and like after the shower, it's usually more red looking, my face. So I noticed that when I first wake up, it's like not as red, which is great. So I actually had a cyst kind of like near my hairline over here, but it like went away within around 2 days. So I feel like because I've been eating very low carbs, you know, the fact that that little cyst that was kind of emerging shrank away and went away so fast is definitely a sign that I can heal better when I'm having very little carbs. So that's really good to know. So that means I think that my skin issues are probably stemming from blood sugar issues. So yeah, I'm really happy to have found kind of like one of the root causes. Because I feel like my skin is just getting better as I kind of cut out carbs. So I mean, it's a little sad because all my favorite foods were carbs. Mashed potatoes, one of my favorite foods. Poutine, one of my favorite foods. Mac and cheese, one of my favorite foods. Bagels, one of my favorite foods. So I'm just going to have like asparagus and salmon instead of bagels. I'm going to try to like, I don't know, shift what my favorite foods are, I guess. Brussels sprouts are my new favorite food. So I'm kind of sad today because my pimples are seeming to be kind of inflamed today, which I don't like. I did have rice with tuna yesterday night, and I don't know if that's why, but yeah. Or maybe I just like ate too frequently yesterday. Today's not a good skin day. So yeah, the skin still is, you know, not as good as it could be. Maybe it's because I cheated a few times. I'm also, wait. Oh my god, my allergies are terrible. Because of Tappy, the cat that I am allergic to, and she never leaves my side, and she always wants to get all up in here, so. Also, she scratched me. Now I have a Band-Aid. Tappy, your nails are too sharp. Should I cut your nails? Oh my gosh. So I'm packing because I'm going to my dad's. So yeah, I'm not today, but probably tomorrow. Either today or tomorrow I'm gonna go there. So, Skin Diary, I'm at my dad and my stepmom's place. And I still have this big honker. And, you know, yeah, this is, I gotta do better with my diet. Okay, my skin today is like this. I don't really know what to say about it. I don't know. Is it any better? I think it kind of is. I mean, it's not perfect. It's far from perfect, but it's not the severe cystic acne that I used to have. So I feel like that means a low glycemic diet is kind of effective. I mean, still, you can tell it's not as good as it could be. But hopefully as I keep sticking to it, it'll get better. So yeah, it's definitely not 100%. But the fact that it's not like super red, severe cystic is really like good for me. So okay, so here's my skin today. Yeah, I mean, it's already a miracle that it's not like a severe, which I've already said, but if you want to see what I'm eating, I made this coconut milk tomato soup that has peas, carrot, and chicken in it. And recently I think that I might be sensitive to sorbitol, which, yeah, because I had a pear the other day and it really didn't sit well with me. So I'm gonna look more into FODMAPs and stuff and see if I can figure out what my digestive system is sensitive to. So that's another thing besides just doing a low glycemic diet. Yeah, I have to see about that. Yeah, I haven't really been sticking that much to my low glycemic thing. It's hard. I think I already mentioned I have digestive issues, and so lately I've been researching a lot about gut health and like different harmful things that could be in your stomach or in your gut. And I watched this one video about H. pylori, I think, and another one, Candida, and yeah, so I'm gonna like keep researching about that because I do think that probably the skin and the digestive gut area are linked. So I'm gonna try to fix both those things at the same time. Side note, by the way, so I've been at my dad's house, and so unfortunately I don't have Tappy, my cat, with me, but I am allergic to cats, and I've noticed that when I'm at this place, which Tappy's never been to, my allergies are so much calmer. I don't sneeze like 500 times a day, and my face is not puffy. Like, you know how I talk about how my eyelids get really puffed up, and so now I realize that all this time was also because of my cat, which I don't know, for some reason that didn't click before. Because I've had my cat since I was 16, and maybe I don't really remember whether my face before age 16 was puffy or not. But anyway, I feel like my eyelids are not puffy, so anyway, that's just interesting thing that I've noticed. Not the best. I had kimchi, egg, and cheese for breakfast. It was quite good, actually. Yeah. Well, so yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a ton of these tiny bumps, and so it is kind of discouraging. I want to be rid of them. Okay, yeah, this window is kind of, okay, it's bright, but yeah. I think I'm gonna do an elimination diet because there's just so many things that my body doesn't like. So that's what I've been doing. And I still have a lot of these like irritated pores. Okay, guys, so my skin, I think, is healing. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it is looking better. And I think it's because I've started an elimination diet because it seems that I react badly to a lot of foods. And food allergies and food intolerances are actually, could be the reason why I've struggled with acne for my whole life, it seems like. And the fact that I don't think I've gotten anything severe since starting this elimination diet, so I've just been eating eggs, meat, and salt. And all of my like digestion symptoms kind of went away. So like I would constantly be bloated and it would be painful, and especially after I ate cruciferous vegetables. So yeah. So anyway, I cut everything out except for like eggs and meat and salt. And I've also had like ghee or butter sometimes. But yeah, guess what? Since going off of Diane 35, I completely stopped Diane 35 in February 2024. And I guess because I weaned off of it, so it took me like a good like 5 months to wean off of Diane. So I was just cutting the pills into little quarters and into little halves so that I could slowly do a smaller and smaller dose of it. I think that it was still in my system up until maybe at least 2 months after February. So February is when I stopped, mid-February, and then I think Diane was still in my system March and April, because I was still getting the normal period, the fake period that comes with Diane. It's like every month you get a solid like 4 days. That's what it's like for me when I was on Diane. But today, guess what? I was expecting my period today, and it came today. So that's actually like a huge indication that my body is kind of like regaining its natural cycle, because before it was still irregular. Like after March and April, I did not have a period for, I think, May and June. I have it all logged in my app on my phone, but this is just kind of off the top of my head. This is what I can remember. So like, there was a period of time, at least 2 months-ish, where I lost it because I think my body was very confused, obviously. Then I got it back, but it was longer than normal for me, so it was like 10 days long. And then today it came at the same time that it came last month. So it came at the 35-day mark, which is what I was hoping and expecting for it to do. So the fact that now I correctly predicted my period, that's like the first time in my life that I've ever been able to correctly predict it. And yeah, if any guys are watching, I know you don't really like relate or understand this experience, but this is a huge monumental moment for me and for my natural, like the health of my body. So I do think I have to continue on this diet for a while. I don't know how long. Like, obviously I love avocado, I love like other plant foods, and I want to bring them back as soon as possible. So I am going to try. I'm just going to try to experiment a bit more, but maybe not right now because I just want to stabilize a bit further. So I'm thinking that I should stick to this for a bit longer. I've like never gone really without sugar my whole life. Like, I've always had carbs. I've never done a diet without carbs before. Like, even when I did no added sugar, I did no added sugar for 6 months, but at the time I was still eating fruit, which has fructose, and other forms of sugar. Obviously, I was having like brown rice at that time. This is like a different diet that I did in the past when I was trying to cure my acne via diet. And so I was relying on brown rice pasta and relying on rice milk, relying on a lot of different like rice products. And rice is a carb, and it does have sugar as far as I don't know. At the time, I didn't really know anything about nutrition. I didn't know that rice had sugar in it, for example. Wait, I think it does, because it's a carb. So, yeah. Anyway, I did not know that. Yeah, sorry if I'm all over the place, but I'm just hoping that I'm explaining kind of this revelation, like, wow, it came on the 35-day mark, which is the same time it came last cycle. So I think that my cycle is trying to get to a healthy place. So this is just really a great benchmark for me and for my personal health goals. So yeah, that's why I think I have to continue on this no carb thing, which is really sad. Like I said, I've never gone without carbs, really. So it is a really huge adjustment, and I do sometimes feel hungry. I've already lost weight, and I've only done this for like 3 or 4 days or something so far. And I've not been like super strict with it. I think I still had like a sauce one time, which is probably why I have this pimple here, is because I had like this processed food sauce, which, yeah, it was because I burnt something that I was cooking for my brother, and then I had to kind of like cut off the burnt parts, and I also felt bad about wasting the food, so then I tried eating some of the burnt parts. Anyway, that's probably why I have this mark. But yeah, this pimple. I don't think you can see it, but I can feel it with my finger. Yeah, so I'm just really shocked that it actually came, because I've never had a regular period my whole life, like naturally. I think it was always irregular before, which is probably also something to do with my health. My hormonal health is tied to my diet, it seems. So the food that you eat actually does affect your hormonal health. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you, and I know it's not going to be popular. I mean, it's not I'm desperate at this point to cure myself naturally, because I think I've already said on this channel before, but I did 2 courses of accutane. I did like 3 courses of like doxycycline, which is basically eradicating every single bacteria in your body, which at the time I didn't really know that that's what it was doing, because I was just listening to my doctor. I had whole faith in them. I thought that everything that you could get from the doctor would be good for you. And then I did Diane 35 after that, right? So all of these medications to control my acne, and all 3 of them worked. But I do think when it comes down to it, that what I'm feeling right now is that this acne problem does derive from your body not liking what you're ingesting, like the food that you're ingesting. Because if food can affect your hormones, if food can affect your sebaceous glands, then that's the real reason. And, you know, I did look at all these like studies about like the Kitavans and like other populations that don't really have acne ever, and they do eat like much more cleanly. And right now I just feel like my body is rejecting, it doesn't react well to any carbs right now, and I really hope that I can reintroduce them, especially the stuff that's like low glycemic load, such as like a taro root or something. I don't know, at least I should be able to eat taro, right? I'm Asian, like I want to be able to eat taro. So I think that in the future I can slowly try to reintroduce, but right now I just want to be back at the baseline of what my health should be. So, yeah. It's really hard for me to tell, like, the progress, or if I'm making any, you know? And also because I fell off the wagon lots of times. Basically, constantly cheating on my elimination diet. It's hard. I mean, maybe I will get there. I feel like from far away my skin looks pretty good, and I'm really grateful that right now I don't have any pustules or like whiteheads that have the white pus inside, or any cysts right now. But when you go closer, you can see that my pores are still not flat and smooth like they were when I was taking Accutane, or when I was taking Diane, or when I was taking antibiotics. I don't know if it's like just normal for your pores to be kind of like little tiny bumps or not. I mean, obviously I know my skin can be better because it was better when I was a kid and when I was on those medications. But maybe that's too high of an expectation for me right now. So I am pretty content, I guess, with what I've achieved so far. Like the fact that I have no cysts and no whiteheads, that's pretty good. And so that does signal to me that I do need to lean further into the 0 carb diet, which is pretty sad, but that is what has been eliminating my spots. So I'm gonna try my best. Today I did have like a plain yogurt and blueberry smoothie. So it wasn't part of the diet. It was, yeah, you know, it's hard to stick to, but at least now I kind of know the answer of like when I want to get rid of the bigger spots, I can lean further into the 0 carb, and that it will heal my skin. I mean, that is already pretty good progress. And I'm also starting to take sea buckthorn, which is a source of omegas. And what other things have I started taking? I've started taking NAC and molybdenum to try and see if molybdenum can assist me with the whole cruciferous vegetables not digesting with me issue. But I think I will conclude the video now because I don't think I'm gonna get like really further than what I have right now within this month. I mean, maybe I will, but yeah. I think this is kind of acceptable. Like, I'm like not that, I mean, of course I wish my skin was even better, like Accutane level better. But we'll see. I mean, I can try harder with my diet. I could be more strict. I'm getting to know my body better, and hopefully I will continue to as I keep logging everything. So I hope that this was interesting. My conclusion is that the more you lean into, the less food ingredients you consume, and that, like, they're more zero carb, or like, yeah. I've also, yeah, I don't know. There's so much stuff. Like, I'm also researching about FODMAPs and stuff too, but I don't really know how that necessarily affects me yet. Like, I haven't made any conclusions on it yet, but overall, this is still an ongoing journey, and yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Bye, Jujubes.